Hello, what's up guys? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well. And today we have another bloody battle in Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD. This one is a 2 vs 2 online siege battle. And this has to be the most colorful battlefield I have ever seen in Total War Attila. I mean, look at the grass here. It is super green. The lighting from the sun is just perfect. It's a very beautiful day in Total War Attila, but not so much for the soldiers because they are about to lose their virtual lives for our own amusement. So that sucks for them, but pretty awesome for us. Alright, so in this battle, we have the Kingdom of England attacking this flank, and then on this side, we have the second Bulgarian Tsardom attacking on the opposite side and defending this really cool Germanic fortress with very strategic positioning and terrain advantage, you know, like hills and whatnot. We have the Teutonic Order teaming up with the Hungarians. So very, very cool matchup. Let's look at the army comps and then we can get this battle started. We will start with the Kingdom of England. So with his infantry, he's got one peasant unit, which I am sure he's going to use as a meat shield. And then he has 4 units of the foot knightly retinue. Very, very colorful indeed. And then he's got the very awesome foot men-at-arms. This unit's so cool. This is pretty much the stereotypical like medieval knight here. They are very good. One of my favorite infantry units in the game. And then 2 units of heavy billmen, which are very similar to halberdiers. They essentially, that's the word I was looking for, do the same thing. All right, so that's his infantry. His archers, he's got about 3-4 units of archer sergeants, and then 2 units of yeoman archers. Man, I still can't believe I stuttered that much. And then he has 2 catapults. He has his general over here for a cav unit, nice yellow and red uniform. And then he has 2 units of the knightly retinue. So it's good that he has some cav forces just in case the defenders get aggressive. Look at all these civilians. What are they doing? They're like, oh, we're just going to pick the farm. Well, what are you doing? Get inside. You're gonna die. I guess they're like, what is that? What's all the commotion? Oh, is that an army? Anyways, let's move on here. Let's move on to the second Bulgarian army. So he's bringing 2 catapults, I believe. He's got a lot of Bulgarian heavy swordsmen. Most of the Bulgarian infantry in names are very generic. So he's got heavy infantry. So yeah, pretty awesome unit though. And they look really cool. More heavy infantry. He's got some Bulgarian axemen, which also have like war hounds, which is really cool. And then for archers, he's got heavy archers, and I think he's got a gunner unit, like a musket kind of unit, which is, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Ragusian Kakoni, something like that. Yeah, I'm sure that I was close there. And he's got some Bulgarian hooked spearmen. And he has his general, which is the Bulgarian Tsar. And look at this helmet right here. This is so cool. The detail, the little cross on the top there. That's intriguing. That's fun. That's fun. And then he's got some boyars for his heavy shock cav. Again, just in case he needs to use cav. And that's pretty much it for his army. Let's move on to the defenders. Let's see. We'll start with the Teutonic Order. Teutonic Order, they've got the Grand Master's Guard, which is his general. He's bringing a lot of Prussian archers, which is really good because his ally is not bringing any archers. And then he's got a good mix of Sergeant Spearmen ready to hold the front lines. And back here, I think the rest of his infantry, he has some Teutonic Sergeants, which are okay. They're not bad, but they're not great. And then he has some pikemen ready to defend the town center. So let's move on to his allies' army, which is a really small but elite army consisting of mostly Pavi's spearmen. I was going to say shieldmen. Pavi's spearmen, about 4 units of them, and about 6 units of sergeants. The very flashy shields there. Let me go ahead and zoom in on these guys. They're so awesome. And he's got about 2 units of halberdiers sitting in reserve. And that's it for his army. I mean, he just really went with the elite, small but elite. So we can go ahead and begin this battle, and I think it's actually about to begin. All right, guys, so here we are at the start of the battle. Had to make a small cut there. Just waited for the armies, just waited for them to advance. So it looks like the Kingdom of England is what I was trying to say, is moving up their army. They're going to charge forward their ladders and their siege towers. but it doesn't really look like the defenders are going to put up any kind of defense here. They do have the arrow towers firing, but you know, they're always there. But he does have some Pavi's shield or spearmen. I called them shieldmen. I don't know why, but I keep calling them shieldmen. But yeah, the spearmen are moving into position, and we do have some pretty intense bombardment going on. They're actually going for the catapults for the Hungarians, so the defenders are bringing some catapults to this fight, but unfortunately for the Hungarians, it looks like they're already down to 1. I don't know, it's something weird about this game where the catapults are really good at sniping other catapults. So yeah, that's a thing. So here we go, more catapults moving into position. We also have catapults up on this ledge over here. He's desperately trying to silence the defending catapults. Oh, that was, oh, they do get it on fire. That's unfortunate. It's just something with fire. Like, the catapults are just made out of, I mean, the catapults look really solid, but once fire hits them, they're just dip, dead. Dip, dead. But I'm really surprised that they don't have any catapults in reserve here. Having catapult like up here out of reach of the enemy catapults would be really, really worth it. But no, it looks like they're going to be really aggressive with their catapults. And here we go. Here comes England. They're moving up. Very flashy shot right here. I love it. I just love the lighting in this battle. It is so awesome. So they're going to take the walls without any kind of issues. And whoa, we got some fire arrows coming in. Looks like he's got his archers focusing down the arrow towers, which is pretty clever. I don't really like that in this game. I don't like how effective fire arrows are, because historically speaking, fire arrows, you know, they weren't really a thing, but you can use them, if you look here, you can use them to destroy structures, which is, I guess that makes sense. I don't know, but it just, I wish they weren't as strong. Because they can also take out catapults as well, which is kind of lame. But yeah, more bombardment coming in. They're actually doing some pretty good damage over here on this unit. Very, very small, thin defense over here from the defenders, which is pretty interesting. Let's see what's going on the Bulgarian side. So they are also about to take the walls, and again, they don't really have any resistance they're gonna have to face, which I think it's a shame that the defenders are not holding the walls. Now, I understand that they're outnumbered, and I don't know if they're outnumbered. Are they outnumbered? Yes, they are outnumbered, but also they have less money. But you should really take advantage of these walls, because the arrow towers are a huge help. And if you just give away the walls, they're just going to destroy the arrow towers in a couple seconds. There we go. More troops coming down. That is so cool. I love the sound effects of that. Really just pulls you into the battle. Let's see this one now. Here we go. We're at the walls. And charge out. Charge. I bet they're relieved to see that there's no resistance. Or at least, you know, right away. Oh, that was a good artillery hit there. A lot of troops are burning. We have the archers in the back here firing. There we go. Oh, what are they going for? Looks like they're going to try to silence that catapult with their arrows. Lots and lots of arrows coming this way. Let's see what's going on England's side. So it looks like they're just, you know, preparing their troops, trying to get their entire army on this section or in this section. And it looks like, well, it looks like the catapult here has been destroyed. The last catapult. So this unit was just a complete waste. That's really, really unfortunate for the Hungarians, and a very rough start for their defense. They're definitely going to need those catapults. All right, so let's head back over here. I think the Bulgarians are also doing the same thing, just preparing their troops. There's no reason to charge them in without them being completely ready. They did take out these towers, and you can see that well, did the towers do some damage to the troops? Funny thing that happens in Total War Attila is that when you destroy the towers and they collapse, they sometimes slaughter your own men, which is really unfortunate. I think that's a silly mechanic in this game, but whatever. It's a small issue. But more and more archers are firing down at the defenders here. It looks like they're trying to do a little bit of a skirmish battle with these Prussian archers. The shield wall here should protect these guys decently against the arrows. So they're looking okay. It's okay that they're just sitting here getting shot by arrows. Let's see the carnage here. Here comes another volley. Yeah. Oh my god. Did you see that guy? Okay, that guy got hit in the head and slowly. You see the arrow in his head? it ripped through his helmet and he slowly died. That was awesome. That was awesome. I love the small little animations here. All right, but here we go. More bombardment crashing down at the Hungarian defenses. Arrows coming in. Very, very cool. And then the English forces, they're also marching in shield wall, getting ready to take this fortress. There they go. Yeah, pretty soon they're going to clash shields with the enemy. This long road up here, we do have a small defense as well. So, yeah, I'm really surprised. Again, the Hungarians, I mean, I don't know. I guess I understand why they wouldn't fight for this small section. There's really no gain in it. I mean, you can just fall back and hold these choke points. Really glad to see the Prussian archers over here supporting their ally. This is a really good spot for archers. There we go. And they're going after some pretty expensive units. Oh, yeah, the foot men-at-arms down to 93. Holy crap. How did they lose so many troops? I assume it's from that overpowered artillery siege tower. But this is a very slow-paced siege battle, which is really interesting. But I assume it's going to pick up very quickly because it's not a super long battle. So I'm sure pretty soon the troops are going to fight here. The archers still doing battle. Look at this. How terrifying would this be? Stop that screaming, you peasant Nancy. Alright, so let's see what's going on over here. Okay, so the Bulgarians are actually pushing forward some heavy infantry along with the war dogs here. Look at them, there's so many dogs. It's like they're having fun but also killing people. I don't know, it's not really fun for dogs. I can't imagine. I don't know. Do you think dogs enjoy being war dogs? Oh, looks like they're getting slaughtered here by the spearmen. So I guess they're really pushing here. The Bulgarians are pushing to try to take out this artillery position. More bombardment over on this side. It looks like they're going to try to burn down the buildings. They've already burned down a good few buildings over here, which will really affect the morale of the troops. But yeah, oh, here comes more war dogs charging in. So yeah, definitely slow-paced at the start of this fight. It looks like both teams are just trying to figure out what to do in this situation. But it's a nice small fight over here. Oh, and here comes the axemen to reinforce the battle lines. The Hungarians sit back here watching from a distance. Alright, let's see what's going on England's side. Oh, we do have a fight here. Why are the Prussian archers in the front line? I am not sure what's going on here, but maybe they're too busy looking at the other side of the fight. That's the tricky thing about defending two different fronts. But he needs to be aware of this because this is not good. This is not good at all. People are losing their heads. He needs to get his archers out of there. His teammate needs to let him know, like, hey, man, your archers are dead. Like, it's too late now, but yeah, you're dead. Oh, and we got a push over here. Look at that. The foot men-at-arms pushing around the flank here. So wow, that was actually really quick. I did not see that coming. They charged up this little side path, and yeah, they're now engaging against the Pavi's spearmen. I was gonna say it again. I was gonna say shieldmen. I had to stop myself there. But I definitely think they should send in more infantry here. The archers are firing in this general direction. Let's see, he's lining up his sergeants. Second line in reserve. Very cool. And then over here, what do we got? It looks like more fighting has started. Actually, the Teutonic Order, what happened here? Looks like the Teutonic Order is attacking the Bulgarian infantry, flanking around. So Bulgaria needs to stop attacking in waves like that. I mean, these are small waves, you know, like this is not good. He needs to just attack with full force and try to break through this defense. Not attack with one unit at a time. He should focus attention over here. He can slightly flank around these spear sergeants. I love it. Such a great fight. It's a small fight, but it's a very nasty, bloody fight. Alright, here comes more soldiers. Looks like Bulgaria is going to focus their attention over here. The spearmen are starting to waver. There's just too many forces they have to take on. And now we've got a big fight over on this side. Very cool fight. So colorful. Look at that. Look at that. I love the lighting in the battle replay. Oh, doing a cycle charge with the infantry. Maybe that was a misclick there. Happens all the time. In the heat of a battle, it's so easy to do a misclick. So we've got these soldiers holding back so many well-trained armored English knights. But it does look like they're in shield wall, so they should be able to hold for a while. He's still, hopefully he can get some archer support, but his archers here, the Prussian archers, are getting melted by the English longbows. And here comes more artillery coming in. They are, oh my God, they are going for the reserves that are in loose formation, and the Teutonic Order is losing so many good soldiers here. That is very unfortunate. The range of the catapult is a very, very good distance, you know, that they could shoot. Oh, nice. Good kill from the Pavi spearman. Yeah, I really think the Teutonic Order should charge in here. Just having that extra support. But they are being wise with their reserves, you know. I mean, I'm not saying that this is a bad idea, you know, holding back like this, but I definitely think they need some like axemen in this fight, you know, to help them out and hold them back, because they are thinning. Arrows are coming down. You see the arrows? There we go. There we go. They're charging in. Here we go, brave Pavi spearmen. You're not alone. Not alone in this fight. Alright, let's see what's going on other fronts. So, still fighting over here. So, lots of fighting in the choke points. The Bulgarians are finally focusing a lot of attention over here. And we also have a fight taking place over here. Bulgarian heavy spearmen. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit. See this battle in a better angle. Yes, the Hungarian spears holding back, waiting for the true full force of the Bulgarians. That's a pretty nasty... Oh my God, did you see that volley? Here it comes, here it comes. Ooh, that is really risky from the Bulgarians, because not only does the fire arrows affect the morale of the defenders, but it also affects the morale of the attackers. That was so sick, though. That was so awesome seeing that volley. Let's actually slow down the camera here. Let's make it even slower. There we go. Watch this, guys. Here we go. Check this out. Love it. Such awesome shots here. Oh! So the Bulgarians making somewhat of a dent. And the archers are now in position, firing, trying to take out as many defenders before they actually engage the infantry. We do have some heavy infantry coming this way, but again, still no luck over here. They need to commit more forces, and they are concentrating most of their force here. But look at this, there's a lot of wavering Bulgarians, so it's not looking great on his side. But England is, well, he's making some progress here. But it's pretty much the same situation. It's a stalemate. You know, no one can break through here. Let's see what's going on here. Well, they're actually doing a lot of damage against the foot knights of England. So they might be able to hold on. England is moving forward their heavy billmen. So I think this is a good idea. This is what these men are good at, which is killing and destroying choke points. So let's see if they can try to turn this battle around for England. Not that they're necessarily losing this small fight over here, but they just want to quickly break through. Let's zoom out here. See how, well, his spears are barely hanging on. And pretty soon the town center will be outflanked. Overall, it looks like the defenders are starting to lose some troops in the outer defenses. And what do we have here? Is he using his catapult to break through this Hungarian defense? Oh my goodness. I don't know if he's doing this on purpose or what, but it's causing holes. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. This is silly ridiculous. I guess this is a valid tactic right here. He's causing big holes in the Hungarian defense, and the English are trying to take advantage of that and break through and try to get through this nice shield wall. But this is kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually working. I don't know. They're still holding. But it looked like they were going to break through that defense. Let's see what's going on with the Bulgarians here. The defenses are doing really well over here. He's sending in more troops. This flank right here is thinning out. I think they need to send in more troops over here to the Teutonic Sergeants. Just charge them in. They need the support. They are heavily outnumbered. Yeah, it's a thin wall of Pavi's spearmen taking on a huge mass of Bulgarians. Alright, so, oh no, the handgunners over here. Oh man, they will rip through this defense. This is really, really smart from the Bulgarians. Not being super mindlessly aggressive, using their gunners here, and now they're going to charge in their heavy infantry into this wall, this unbreakable wall. And the archers are skirmishing each other a little bit. You can see the Prussian archers are breaking. The Teutonic sergeants here, the spear sergeants, are like, you cowards. And here we go, they're marching forward. They're going to show up and support their Hungarian allies. More men. This is so cool. I love this slow march to the front line. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this. We're coming to reinforce. Shield wall. There we go. So that helps out, especially with the morale. Keeps the troops in the fight. Lots of archers in this area. And oh, the handgunners. Fire, handgunners, fire. They definitely need to send more troops, but the handgunners are going for the reserves over here. You can see the blood is just all over the place. Archers are also focusing down this reserve unit. That is why he needs to charge him in, because he's taking on a lot of fire. And here comes another stand here. England still trying to break through here, using this catapult strategy. But we do have, oh, this is awesome. Look at these guys. Screenshot. This is so awesome. And then we have Teutonic sergeants up here who are blocking a lot of arrows. Oh, he's going for a charge. I can hear them yelling. Here we go, charging in. Oh, nope. Okay, there they go. They're like, wait, hold a second, I gotta sneeze. All right, there they go. So again, they send more troops or not. What is going on? What are you doing? Okay, this is, I'm just all over. They're like, oh, I'm going in. Nope, never mind. I'm leaving. All right. Whoa, what's going on over here? Massive push from England. Look at this stand right here. Halberdiers versus heavy billmen. And then we have some sergeants kind of holding back this flank over here against the footmen at arms. What is he doing? Is he retreating? Why is he falling back? But this is just a gruesome fight. This definitely deserves some cinematic shots here. Let me go ahead and slow down the camera. All right, here we go. Yes, look at this. It's a little too slow, but that's all right. You can slowly just view this fight. Love it. I love it so much. I love the cinematic tools that you get in the newer games. This really makes the battles come to life. And look at that front line right there. Look at that. That is just death. That is disgusting. Alright, so we're going to speed up the camera. There we go. Just so we can look around other parts of the battle. Oh, the defenses are failing over here. The troops are still holding on this side, but on this side, it's not looking great. The Teutonic Order, what they should do with, or no, this is the Hungarians. They need to fall back. This unit does not need to die here. It needs to fall back to, you know, group up with more of its own troops to defend more tighter choke points and whatnot. But I don't know if he's paying attention. He needs to get this unit out of here. They are getting shot pretty hard with arrows. Let's see what he does here. Is he going to do a downhill charge, which would be amazing? Let's see the point of view here. The soldiers. Nope, they're just going to stand here. They're just going to stand here. That is so unfortunate. Look at, they are breaking. Wow. Wow, they're breaking from all the archer fire they're getting. And now they got to take on this unit, which is also breaking. Bulgarians here. So after a bloody fight over here, the Bulgarians are victorious. You can see them cheering over the victorious dead as they take out that defense. But we still have a whole nother defense over here from the defenders. But it's only a matter of time until the defenses are lost. Let's see what's going on this front again, because this is a pretty crazy fight and a very close one as well. It's been going on for a while. But we do have some wavering from England. So if the defenders want to win this one, they have to win this battle right here, because they need to take these reserves and send them at other parts of the defense, because they are losing on many different fronts on different positions here. So you see how they're holding here? They're still holding, but this will be for nothing if they don't protect the backside of the troops. And yes, what do we have here? Bulgarian infantry coming in, ready to take out that defense. So here they go. Look at that. This is so cool. Them marching in this column formation. March, march, march. So yeah, that's what they're doing. They're going to quickly try to get around. But the Hungarians are moving up their infantry. This is good. They are going to try to protect their flank. But I think they should just fall back. I really do. There's not enough men for them to hold back so many attackers. There's the charge. That was actually pretty good from the Hungarians. They're going to surround that unit now. Very nice. You got to be careful with those column attacks, because you can easily get surrounded. So this should be a victory for the sergeants as long as they don't send in support. And wow, sure enough, these guys are still holding over here. That's awesome. Here comes some spearmen coming in to support them, trying to end this battle a little bit quicker. And then we have more infantry coming over this way. Let's see. Yep, they are falling back. This is good. The defenders are falling back. We got sergeants, 2 units of sergeants. It looks like these guys are going to make the ultimate sacrifice and buy time for the defenders so they can set up a more, a more solid defense at the town center. Looks like the Bulgarians are charging in their archers. These Teutonic spearmen are just like, oh crap, that's a lot of bodies. Do we have enough strength to hold them back? Oh, look at this. They're cheering. This is so cool. I love seeing them cheer after taking out a defense. Hey, but there's still defenders, man. You might have broke the Hungarian spears, but you still have to take out the Teutonic spears. So don't keep, don't cheer for too long. All right, let's see how the battle's going over here. I do see some wavering. I see archers also charging into this fight. Man, that's not a good situation here. See, England still has very healthy units of foot men-at-arms and foot knightly retinue. There you go. There you go, halberdier. More archers breaking. They should try to sneak. The general should try to sneak around here and get some hammer and anvil. Oh, the halberdiers are breaking. They got to send in another unit. Send in the pikemen. Send them in. They're desperately needed in this fight. You cannot lose this flank. Why are they just standing there letting this happen? There's still hope in this battle. The balance of power is pretty much, it's been the same since the beginning of the fight. Come on. Send in more aid. Well, they stopped breaking. That's good. So they're still going to hold for a while. And there we go. Well, let's see. Who's dying here? It looks like the Hungarian sergeants are surrounded. Are they surrounded? What? Are they? Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, the Hungarians are still holding here. Oh, here comes some cav. I'm not sure what's going on here. We've got, let's see, 2 units of heavy infantry. Yep, they cut down the Hungarian sergeants. There was a really good charge over here into the sergeant. Unfortunately, we missed it because I was a little confused on what was going on over there. So, yeah, it was a good charge, but it looks like a lot of the sergeants are going to be able to get back up. Here comes more cav coming in. So the defenses are completely lost over here, and they need to fall back. Send everyone to this hill. It's red alert. They've got to defend this hill right here. You've got 2 choke points. This is where they need to fall back to. These pikemen, they don't need to stretch out so thin. They just need to defend this area right here, and then this unit will defend this area right here. These troops, there's no point for them holding this choke point. They're just going to get killed over time. And here comes more brutal cav charges coming in this way. Yeah, just slaughtering this sergeant unit. They're doing everything they can to bring down the knights. There's nothing they can do. Here's the halberdiers holding back this horde. Hey, hats off to the Hungarians for holding this position for so long. But it's looking pretty rough. Oh, here comes another cav charge. Come on. These catapults are actually slowing down the cav charge. And yeah, that was a really bad cav charge, doing almost no damage to the backs of those halberdiers. He's got some spearmen over here that are breaking to the heavy infantry. All right, come on, move your pikemen, man. Teutonic Order. You can't be stretched out that thin. You're gonna be too thin. You're just gonna be too thin. So they don't have any archers. They didn't keep any archers alive. See, at this moment right here is when they should start using their catapult. I feel like the defenders were way too aggressive with their catapults. If they had one right here, it could be focusing down these archers. It could be going for the huge blob that is fighting over here. I mean, this is a massive blob, mostly of the attackers. So even if you get a couple friendly fire hits, it's really not a big deal because you're mostly going to kill the invading armies. So yeah, that was a big mistake there from the defenders, and it might cost them this battle. Whoa! Here comes the cav. The troops are breaking, and this is just a mosh pit of death for the Hungarian infantry. And now it's all down to this final stand. There we go. He did retreat his forces here, but there's really not much he's going to be able to do because these handgunners are going to rip through the defenders, and it's going to be pretty bad. Let's see what's. Oh, actually, you know what? Look at this. They were able to beat back the English advance here with some nice general charging. Let's see, or did he just retreat? No, he was actually defeated. That was really good. England's pretty much only down to cav. Really, the army that's in good shape is the Bulgarian Tsardom. So there, if you look at the balance of power, it does look pretty bad, but they can still pull off a miracle. They're only outnumbered by 1,000, which sounds like a lot, but I've seen crazier things in Total War, and they can hold back with their few troops they've got. Let's see, the general's going in for more charges here. He doesn't want to lose his general, though. I like the fact that he's being aggressive, but he doesn't want to lose him. Let's see, can he pull off a charge here? Yes, he can. So he's going to take out a lot of those handgunners there, but he needs to get out of there because here comes the Bulgarian hooked spearman. So fall back. Oh, no. Oh, no. Get out of there. Get out of there, general. Oh, jeez. Get out of there. Oh, a lot of bodyguard were killed here. And now, oh, now we've got cav coming in to stop the general. So that was a really risky move, and it did not pay off. He's going to lose his general. And, well, actually, you know what? Well, he's wavering. So you definitely don't want your troops seeing a wavering general. But the Hungarians sacrificed a unit of sergeants to try to save that general. Will it be worth it? You don't know. Yeah, I think the Hungarians probably should have brought some archers. You know, even just a couple. We're down. There's only a minute and 15 seconds left. I think that's a good indication that the attackers are going to win this one. But what a brawl over on this side. It was a beautiful fight. And I'm really surprised that the defenders were able to hold. But unfortunately, that was the only choke point that they were able to hold. Well, actually, you know what? They held pretty well over here, too. They would have probably defeated England if it wasn't for the Bulgarian Tsardom. But he did a good job of very patiently using his units and breaking down the defenses. And now he still has a very healthy army. And there is a mass break here from the Teutonic Order. And they are going to do a last-second charge. But there's only 28 seconds left in this battle. Here comes another charge. Bulgarian Tsardom coming in. And we do have some sergeants. It looks like they're waiting in reserve. Oh, about to get charged here. Wasn't that great of a charge, but it's doing some damage. Let's see. Yeah, now they're outnumbered by like 1,100. It's only getting worse. There we go, and that is a defeat. So that is the last stand of the defenders, which is not necessarily the greatest last stand, but the defenders made some careless mistakes. But, you know, it's all about having fun and learning from your mistakes. I think that they were really too aggressive with their catapult. They should have kept some catapult in reserve and just saved the ammo. You'll be amazed. Attackers will use up their ammo very quickly. So if you could save yours and just kill the blob of attackers, you could just wipe out so many of their troops. Also, I think the Hungarians should have brought some archers. I think it would have been really helpful. In even just some handgunners, because the Bulgarian handgunners did a ton of damage. Let's go ahead and end the replay and look at the stats here. England doing a very good job with his footmen-at-arms, which is no surprise. They're very awesome. His archers doing decent. His catapult not really getting a ton of kills, but it destroyed a lot of the structures. Cav doing pretty well. The heavy billmen doing all right. So overall, pretty good. By the way, this was sent in by England, so I do appreciate the battle replay, man. That is awesome. And then we have pumpkin pie over here. Ooh, I could go for some pumpkin pie. Heavy infantry doing amazing, just amazing. Look at that, all of them getting over 100 kills, some of them almost getting 300. Well, you know, almost 250. And then his archers doing very well as well. So the Bulgarians, I think they were the MVP of this battle. Did a very good job. The Kingdom of Hungary here, his sergeants, it's a little bit of a mixed result here from his sergeants. Some of them only getting 7 kills. He didn't really use this unit though. You can look at the health. But this one got 200, which is really good. And his catapult not getting enough kills. His halberdier is doing a very good job. No surprise there. And then here is the Teutonic Order. So that's going to wrap up today's battle, guys. I truly appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like, a comment, a share. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see more epic battles, be sure to do that. So thank you guys once again, and I will see you next time.